Yo, man, we are back. We back live, baby. We did our time. We did our time. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on, man? Once you come in here, man, go ahead and drop a what's up. What's going on? Let me know you on here, man. How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the SideBar Conversation. I am the I am hyphen X, man. We back, man. We did our time, man. We couldn't go live. They told us we couldn't go live no more, man. So we must be doing something right. So we must be doing something right. Man, what's going on with y'all, man? Speak back to me, man. How y'all doing? You see who we got in here, man, real quick. I'm gonna host a watch party too. How about that? How about we just keep with the tradition of things? Man, what's going on, man? We back at the SideBar Conversation. I am the I am hyphen X, man. Hey, man, just want to keep you guys fully abreast of everything that's really going around, going down. Uh, I got some things that I want to talk about. I asked you guys a lot about what you guys want to talk about. Right now, we're going to talk about a bunch of different things. We're going to talk about Coming to America 2. We're going to talk about the Occupy City Hall movement and also the importance of fairness in competitive competitive sports, man. So I'm going to start things early, man. I'm going to have to drop the link. Please share this live. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. And if you want to come on and tell me what you thought about Coming to America 2. Link has been dropped. Link has been dropped. Come on. If you want to talk about Coming to America 2, the Occupy City Hall movement happening right here, or you want to talk about the importance of fairness in competitive sports, talk back to me. You can comment in the comments, or you can come on live by clicking the link that's in the comments right now. You can click that link and you can come on live. Talking about Coming to America 2, the Occupy City Hall movement, or the importance of fairness in competitive competition or sport. Hold on, I'm getting a watch party started too. We got up out here, man. So let me give my stance. So Coming to America 2, right? I enjoyed the film. It was a good, lighthearted, feel good type movie. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go see it. It's like it's a family type movie, man. It was very nice. No, it wasn't rated R like the first one. It was PG-13. Right. But that show, man, look, I enjoyed it. Like, do I think they could have did a better casting job on certain characters? Yes. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. It was so much open criticism. People were calling this movie trash. People are saying this movie is trash. And that's when I got a skirt. Let me hop in here real quick. Like, I don't think it's trash. Like, why were you expecting a remake? Because if you was expecting a remake, I can understand I can understand why you're a little upset. Because it wasn't a remake. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. I enjoyed seeing all those special cameos. If you haven't seen it, I may be spoiling some of it for you, but I enjoyed seeing some of the special cameos. I enjoyed seeing Wesley Snipes' character. I thought he was hilarious. You know, I wish Michael Blackson would have came back for more scenes. But as far as it being trash, Come on, man. If you thought that movie was trash, man, I want you to come on here and tell me why you thought it was trash by going ahead and clicking the link below. You can come on live or just go ahead and drop it in the comments area, man. This is our sidebar conversation where we talk to you, our listeners, man. This is your time to come on here. And this could lead you to coming onto the podcast for a great conversation. You never know how this might pan out. You know, you never know how this might pan out, man. So yeah, man, this people was, oh man, they was outrageous, man. Talking about hot trash. Hot trash. That's what they saying. I don't think it was hot trash, man. I think it was a good feel good movie. I think it was everything Tyler Perry wanted to do. I thought the hairstyles was nice. I thought the wardrobes was nice. I love the little cameo by Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoyed this film, man. But I'm gonna leave the critics to be the critics. I'm just a fan. Like, check out my boys over at the True View podcast, man. They rate they critique movies, man. I'm just happy that the movie finally came out. I'm so happy that the movie finally came out, man. So this is our sidebar conversation where we talk to you, our guests. Let's talk about the Occupy City Hall movement that's continuing over 150 days for police accountability and also for the charges to be dropped from those from May 30th, which, let me say this, from what I'm hearing, I am hearing that a lot of charges are being dropped. From what I'm hearing, a lot of charges are being dropped. When we were doing our live podcast with Brendan Rabbit, it was he's the Get to Know the Muslim and Anti-Racist Brandon Rabbit. You can catch that on our anywhere you listen to podcasts on our great conversation. But as he had some charges from May 30th, or any charges period. And while we were on the live, it came back that, you know, his charges got dropped. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things are being dropped. We cannot ignore the fact that by the what we deem protesters or demonstrators, but the concerned citizens of Rockford, Illinois, they are making conversations happen, and some things are getting done. Demands are being met. I don't understand what's the harm in saying that. A true leader knows how to admit fault. My bad, I was wrong. This is how we're going to make it right. Trust in me, your leader. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. But it's not. It's not. Now, it's no secret that where Hyphen X kind of stands on this next topic. The importance of fairness in competition. I was told that some of my remarks on this subject made me a bigot, or made me sound as if I was a bigot. And I kind of want to touch on that just a little bit. Just a tad. Because it is very important. I'm talking about inside of a structured sport. I am not speaking at playing at the YMCA, playing pickup ball. I'm talking about inside of a structure. Inside of a structured sport. We have to ensure, the rules have to ensure fairness. I wanna go verbatim here. Let me just pull this up. I wasn't planning on doing this, but why not? Just let me pull it up here. I was also told that I was saying things that were transphobic. I was using transphobic language because I disagreed with having a trans man or woman compete against natural men and women. I don't see the problem in that statement. I am here to be educated. If there is something wrong in that statement, in the interest of fairness, this is what I'm talking about. In the interest of fairness inside of a competitive sport, I do not believe that should happen. I deem it unfair. And I was told I should sit this one out because I was coming from a place of ignorance. So now the ignorant is coming to the enlightened and saying, well, tell me what where am I wrong? Where am I wrong? Are not men and women biologically different? And if we say yes to that, why do we shame the difference opposed to glorifying it or highlighting it, the difference? Just because we highlight the difference doesn't mean we have to do it in a mean manner, if you will. The link is in there. Anybody who wants to come on, you can come on and we can talk about this. The comment section is open. Anybody that wants to say their opinion on any one of the topics I just brought up, go ahead, drop them in the comments. I'm here for the conversation. I'm here for the conversation. No, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that women are weak and in distress. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that in fairness, okay. So let's go here. Let's go here. City Hall. I'm gonna tie it to City Hall, right? City Hall. The first, after the first 3 days when they came and everything went down. Dana got arrested. Everything went down, right? Why were we in such an outrage because that big man of 200 and some odd pounds landed dead on top of Dana? Why do we get upset when there is a male officer handling a female officer? Let's just keep it 1,000. Let's just keep it 1,000. There is a biological difference. I didn't say anything about being weaker or stronger. I'm talking about in the interest of fairness and competition, natural men should go against natural men, and natural women should go against natural women. And I believe that the trans people who are transitioning to either a man or transitioning into a woman, they should compete against each other for the interest of fairness. I don't see where I'm wrong. Hold on. I think the stance played on women being weaker than men. No, I didn't say anything about that. You brought up women being weak. I didn't say anything like that. Nothing like that at all. Didn't say that at all. Because he was abusive. So why won't we saying the officer? We're saying that man had no business manhandling that woman. Where's the female officer? That's what we were saying. That's what everyone was saying. Where is the female officer? Why are we looking for that? So it matches. Look, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm talking about the interest of fairness and competition. Why can't we admit that there's a difference? So what's unfair about transgender women competing against other women? They're not biologically the same, with all due respect. With all due respect. Now, I'm talking about in organized sports. Now, those organized sports deems it's up to the woman to decide, the natural woman to decide if she chooses to do so, then that's okay. Absolutely absurd. Women are women and men are men. I am here to be educated. I understand that there are new sciences that are out. I understand that. I understand that there's new scientists out. Why is it so hard for us to understand male and female nowadays when we can understand it in nature? When we look at nature, we'll say, okay, that wolf, that's a male wolf because of X, Y, and Z, or that's a female bird because of X, Y, and Z. It fits the characteristics. I'm not talking about how anybody may feel or in their personal life. I'm talking about inside of a controlled sport. I want to keep the conversation there because I'm not talking about an individual's personal personal preference. I'm not talking about a personal preference. I'm not talking about how I'm talking about inside of a controlled sport. So I want to keep it there. I want to keep it right there. I want to keep it in that arena. Okay? With all due respect, I want to keep it in that arena inside of controlled sports. If it's a co-sport, then they have the choice. But in competition, legit men should compete with men and women should compete with women. I agree with that. I agree with that, Ruth. I agree with that 110%. Come on, man. We're not okay. We know that we as a child, right? Let's just keep it 1,000. I know what some people don't say. People shouldn't hit people, but as a child, you always you teach your son. You know what I'm saying? Or I was taught. Let me say that I was taught. Hey, son, you don't put your hands on women. Why do we say that? Why do we say that? Why do we say? Let's just keep it a bill. Let's just have a conversation about it. I'm here for the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking. I don't want to get into this whole social construct thing. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. I want to keep it in the competition of sports. Ruth talk about women don't stand up to Pete. I have Tommy Lee would say differently. I've seen it before. But you know, all seriousness, man. All seriousness. Like we got this is our sidebar conversation, man. This is our sidebar conversation where we talk to you, our listeners, man. You guys can click the link that's all inside the comments there to come back on. I'll probably drop it again because it's been a few comments, and you guys can come on here live, or you guys can just do what everybody else is doing right now by listening in right now. Okay, so let me see here. I say, son, keep your hands to yourself unless you are defending yourself. Okay, I understand that. So I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Okay, I hear exactly what you're saying. But are we saying that there's not a difference between male and female? Are we saying that there's no difference between male and female? I'm here for the conversation. Are we saying that there's no difference between males and females when competing in boxing? There's a Where's the fair? Okay, let me bring this. Let me bring another angle because I respect people, but more I respect women. I respect women, and I believe that it's disrespectful to just allow anyone to call themselves a woman and being able to compete in a organized sport for women and come in and dominate, taking records, decimating the competition. What happens during puberty? Let's bring it to a high school, a middle school level. What happens during puberty for a female, and what happens during puberty for a male? There's a difference. Is there not? Is there not I'm being honest. I'm being very. Is there not a difference? If there is not a difference between that or what happens, you know what I'm saying? Then educate me. I'm here for the conversation. I'm here to be educated. That's not what I'm saying. I'm I am not saying that a woman cannot beat a man. I am not saying that. I am not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that inside of an organized sport, in the interest of fairness, men should compete against men, women should compete against women. That's what I'm saying. In the interest of fairness. I don't see I don't see the issue with that. So they should just let the WNBA players come in and play with the NBA players, or why did they start the WNBA? Right, there are co-sports, and that's where all this could happen at. I don't have no issue with that. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Zero issue with that. I'm let's see. That's not true. That is not true. Not because men would not let them play. That is not true. They needed their own. They wanted because women wanted their own league. That's why. Come on now. We can't just always turn around and blame stuff on the men all the time. Women wanted their own league, and women got their own league. So what if Joanna Man goes over to the WNBA and just starts winning championship and MVP after championship and MVP? Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair? When you asking me, I'm answering every question that you put on here. You're not answering mine. Is there not a difference between a male and a female? And is there a difference between what happens between a male and a female during puberty time? Yeah, they actually, Deja. Yeah, they are. They are as of right now. There has been places where like female wrestling. There like I'm not talking about WWE. I'm talking about collegiate style wrestling. Um, that there's been transgender women uh, competing against trans natural women in that aspect and winning and dominating. There's been trans women going into weightlifting competitions that are designed for women and dominating um, that sport as well. So that's what I'm that this is what I'm saying. It's not fair to natural women. It's not. It's not fair. I feel like you are speaking from an offensive and ignorant perspective that is harmful to some of my friends. How am I? How? If I'm asking to be educated. I'm trying to see what's. I'm talking about inside of a controlled sport. That's what I'm speaking of. Inside of a controlled sport, I am not speaking of someone's personal their personal life. I'm talking about inside of a controlled sport. That's what I'm speaking of, a controlled sport. I haven't called for anyone. Puberty is puberty. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. There are gloriful there. I'm gonna have to do a whole podcast on it now. Now I gotta have to do a whole podcast on it now. Saying someone is just going to wake up and say I'm a woman is pretty insulting to transgender. No, Bob, I'm not. I'm saying it because that happened. I wish somebody. I wish I would have dropped the article in there. Maybe I'll just double back. There's an article of a male that went to a female weightlifting competition and just said that he was a woman and he was a transgender. They allowed him to compete, and he keeps winning. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be insulting to anyone. I'm just saying let's examine the gray area. That's what I'm saying. Let's just examine the gray area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, Roof. I'm trying to keep it in the sports arena. I'm trying to keep it inside of the sports arena. Inside inside of a controlled sport, is that fair? Is it fair? Because inside of traditional sports, there's different classes and weight classes for people with different type of experience and strength and things of that nature, so that the competition is fair. Because in fairness, competition showcases performance and talent. In fairness. Is this a gay rights episode, or are you simply asking, is the playing field the same when you have transgender than a controlled sports team? That I said that. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. I keep reiterating that I am speaking about inside of a controlled sports team in a league, things of that nature. That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, people should compete with other people. Come on now. Come on. Of course. Of course they should compete with other people. Oh my gosh. I don't I think the conversation, because I'm trying to have a conversation about it. Like I'm trying to have a conversation about it. I'm trying to say that I deem it unfair because there's differences. Men grow at a certain rate than women. Let me say it like this. Let me not say it like that. Women and men develop differently. Can we agree on that? Men and women develop differently. Can we agree on that? Right. Okay. So if I'm saying the strength part, right? Can you counteract that? Can you what are you saying? If I say that naturally men are stronger than women, then what? Or men have a different strength type than women, then what? Because I can say that. Not saying I'm not saying that women can't do anything. I'm talking about in the interest. Notice how I'm talking about going the other way. Notice how I'm talking about uh not men transitional men transition trans women going into women's sports. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a love for natural women, and I just feel like it's unfair towards natural women. Let me see. No, not always, but the majority of the time, yes. Not always, but majority of the time, yes. Let's see. Fair is hard. Let me read what Bob got to say here. Excuse me. Fair is hard, and fair is hard. Is it fair for one team to play the last team plays? Yes, because they're inside of that league. Um, do you want to say the number one team has to bench some of their best players? No, because they're all at some type of bar. They all have to fit some type of criteria to get into that league. Uh, you get a guy like Mike Tyson who was so dangerous, it was hard to find an opponent for him. Was it fair for Iron Mike to be so good? Nope, it's not about that. He was inside of a league, inside of controlled sport with leagues. So I'm not trying to hear that neither, because it's already there. Men are not always stronger than women. Yeah, I get that. Let me see if I can show. Oh yeah. Oh y'all, I done found a new one. I done found a new little thing. So this is what Bob said, right? Oh, this is dope. I didn't know I can do that. And I enjoy talking to y'all, man. Y'all know where this is coming. This comes from a place of love, and you know what I'm saying. I just don't think it's from. I don't think it's fair. So as you see, what everybody kind of anybody want to respond to what maybe what Bob has to say here, because I kind of responded to it as I was reading it and whatnot. But you know, that's how it go, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link again. So if anybody wants to hop on here, if you're watching this in the watch party, you might want to hop on over to our Great Conversation page or even my page, and so you can get these links so you can hop on here. Because I'm here for the conversation. You know what I do believe? I believe that gender roles are a social construct. I do believe that gender roles are a social construct. I do believe that. So don't forget, guys. We're also talking about coming to America too, because even Coming to America too talk kind of touched on this a little bit. Um, I'm talking about we're talking about Coming to America too. If you like that, if you don't like that, you know what I'm saying. Let me know what you didn't like about it, what you liked about it, X, Y, and Z. Let us know. Also, we're talking about the Occupy City Hall movement that's ongoing over 150 days. I will go ahead and throw that throw those demands in the comments when I double back here. I would definitely do that. Or if anybody's watching that has any of those demands, just go ahead and drop those in the comments for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's see. Based off your answer, if the league allows trans athletes, therefore it's fair. Yeah, if they allow it, if they allow it, it's fair inside of their league. Doesn't mean that I have to believe that it's fair overall, because I don't believe it's fair overall, and I think it needs to be examined. And I believe that a lot of these leagues are not really examining it. What they're really doing is avoiding the cancel culture. I believe that's what's happening, because I believe it has to be looked at a logical standpoint, because we have to admit that there is a difference between men and women. There is a difference. Physically, there's a difference. We have to internally, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I am saying that I don't believe that gender is a social construct. I believe that gender roles are a social construct. That's what I believe. So did I drop the link? Yeah, I did. So the link is in there, man. If anybody want to hop on, you can hop on here with me. That's great. How can you believe that gender roles are a social construct, but believe women and men must separate organized sports? Okay, so that's a good question. Hold on. That's a good question. See, I like questions like this. This is a good question. Let's examine. Okay. So how can you believe that gender roles are a social construct, but believe that women and men must be separated in organized sports? Okay. Because I do in nature, everything, when I say male, female, let's kind of look at it. When I say male, when I'm talking male and female, right? And I'm talking about male, female in a general sense. Gender roles, I believe, are a social construct, because gender roles can change within another, let's say, another 50 to 100 years. Well, shit, it kind of changed now, because coming up, you know what I'm saying, like two generations ago, it was normal it was deemed a woman's position to sit at home while her man went to work. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming normal now for both individuals to have to work. Social construct, as in roles or not. You know what I'm saying? It was almost automatic that a woman had to learn how to cook, knit, sew, clean, these things, because society said that this is what a woman does. You fast forward to this day and age, it's not so much that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about a social construct. Inside of organized sports, there is a physical difference between men and women. And in the interest of fairness, okay, in the interest of fairness and for level competition, that's why there's a separation. Just like you don't have kids competing with adults. Good question, though. I appreciate the question. I like that. Keep them coming. Genetic makeup, yes. Wait, hold on. Now I gotta go up here, take it off. I just learned this new feature, y'all. Love it. Keep them coming, man. Or you can come on live. A lot. I do say this a lot. I do encourage people to come on live because I may read your text message and I may read it the wrong way and not how you meant it. And then, it's better if it comes from the horse's mouth, if you will. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I kind of know where that's going right there. A man's body and a woman's body have different functionalities. Can we agree to that? Can we have agree to that? Because I know you're going with this with the whole the penis and the ovaries and the sac and all that. I know where you're going with that, but you have to admit that at some point there was a change. You know what I'm saying? There was a change that happened. Yes, and it's normal for women to play sports. Yes, I never said that. I never said it's not normal for women to play sports. Thank you, Bob. Bob said he agrees that gender roles are a social concept. Gender is not. Now, keep in mind, guys, I want to keep this in the arena of sports, guys, in the interest of fairness. Let's make sure we keep it there. Okay, it's so important that we're not trying to cause harm to anyone, but we want to keep the conversation civil. It is very possible to have difficult conversations with respect on the table. Okay. Like, what do you mean? What are the different functionalities? Like, a natural male cannot give birth to another human being. That's a different functionality, right? Am I if I'm wrong, please educate me. Please educate me. Puberty is different for men, for males and females. Different things happen to the body. Women do have menstrual cycles at some point in their life. Men do not. Like, am I not? Am I wrong? I'm sorry. Let me say. I'm gonna stop saying male and woman because I don't want to disrespect anybody. I will say male and female. Okay, I do apologize. Male and female. So males have a different. They have women. Well, females have menstrual cycles. Males don't. Is that not a different functionality? Right. Because and sometimes the conversation may lean over a little bit, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because in society, this society now is getting to the point where everyone believes that we have to agree all the time, and we don't. We don't. You don't have to be disrespectful in disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have. It doesn't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? If if I'm having a conversation with a person, I'm trying to understand where it is that they're coming from. I don't have to agree with that. I'm just trying to understand where it is that they're coming from. I don't have to agree with it. I can, okay, so this, I can see why you may think that because X, Y, and Z. Okay. I'm here for the conversation. Why you don't like Coming to America too? I thought it was a great film. I thought it was great. I think that's a good idea. I'll tune in. I'll watch that. Bob is saying if we eliminate gender, here, I forgot I got this. Boom. If we eliminate the gender divisions in sports and go entirely by skill level, do people think a league that has a mix of men and women on the same skill? Okay, I'm down with that. I'm down. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I am down for that. I'll tune in. I will tune in into a mixed basketball league. Do we think it's fair if women play in the NFL? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Right. That's what I'm saying. And I don't have a problem with that. I would tune into that. Into like a basketball. And you know, they have things like that. You know what I'm saying? They have things like that. But I don't want my teenage natural daughter if she's in a wrestling, if she's wrestling, I don't want her wrestling against a transitional woman because during middle school or high school even, just based off the simple fact that things are happening different. Men have testosterone that's pumping in them and makes us just animalistic almost. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Like I don't want that for my daughter. I don't think it's fair. And I'm sorry if I'm hurting anyone's. I don't think it's fair. I'm looking out for the interests of my child. Now, did I say that I didn't want my child to play or interact, you know what I'm saying, with the transitional woman? No, I didn't say that at all. I just don't want them to be in physical competition with each other because there's a known difference between males and females, and especially during the tender ages going in the puberty ages. This is facts. I'm not trying to be rude. You know what I'm saying? At all. And I'm not trying to be rude to people when I don't understand how they didn't like Coming to American 2 and why they were trying looking for a remake. I don't get that neither. And I don't get how people sit around Rockford talk about that Rockford doesn't stand for anything when we have occupiers that's been down at City Hall for over 150 days. Um, that's not how I was taught, Brian. Brian Niche. That's not how I was taught. That women have testosterone and men have estrogen. That's not how I was taught. I was taught the other way. If I'm wrong, please just drop a article or something. Youth sports are different because there are always some kids who develop before others. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that as well. I agree with that as well. So there is a time where males and females compete together, but there's always a separation time because of the changes that occur between male and female. So in the arena of fairness, there's a separation when it comes to competitive nature. Yes, we all do have hormones. I agree with that. And some hormones are different inside of a male, and some hormones are different inside of a female. I believe those are facts. Yeah, be very different. Yeah. No, these are healthy conversations, man. These are healthy conversations. And that is a great sign of maturity when you can sit down at the table with someone that you don't necessarily agree with and have a conversation about it. And then try to just gain an understanding in a respectful manner. You don't have to be disrespectful to disagree at all. No, I didn't hear about that, Bob. This is interesting. If anybody's heard about this, I haven't heard about this. Did anyone hear about the changes they made to the zoning around city market that will give the city some kind of power to control? Well, yeah. Well, okay. I haven't heard about it, but I'm not surprised by it because they have to do something different than they did last year. They got outsmarted several times uh, at the last city market, and they're just gearing up. So of course they're going to do some changes. You know what I'm saying? But that's expected. And wrestling boys, wrestling girls of them same weight class all the way through high school. I don't think that's cool. Yeah, I don't think that's cool at all. If my daughter wants to wrestle, I'm not. I don't. I guess if that's the rule, I will say this. I guess if that's the rule that males and females wrestle against each other, I guess if that's the rule, I will have to make a conscious choice to let her make her own choice at that time. I guess. I mean, in high school at least, you know what I'm saying, or help her to accomplish her goal. But that's a tough hill. I'm not saying you can't. She can't do it. I'm just saying it's out of the interest of fairness at this time because now she has to come from the bottom. Yeah, physically different. Well, this is our sidebar conversation, guys. If you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about or want to come on our show, just let us know. Well, you can reach us at the Great Conversation. Let's talk at gmail.com or right here on Facebook. Or if you got my personal message, man, y'all know how to get a hold of me, man. Go ahead and get a hold of me, man. And we'll love to have you on. We have our What's Going On 815. If you have a product or service and need a nice little review, let me know. We'll come around. We'll let people know what you got going on. Very soon, I will be up at Fred's place, man. Very, very soon, I'll be up there, and I look forward. I look forward to that. There's some information I'm hearing about a kids pop-up shop, and I want part. I want to see what's going on because I want to see how many young entrepreneurs that we have out here that are making things shake out here in the 815 area. So I'm very interested in that. Okay, guys, we are always taking donations. Donations always go towards the making a better show for you, our audience here, and that's what we see right there. We have it at the Cash App. We have our Cash App TGC Podcast. That's the Great Conversation Podcast. You know, $ TGC Podcast, man. Every little bit will help. We're just trying to expand, and put on for our city right here in for Illinois. I love talking to my audience, man. I love these sidebars. They had us. They took me off for a little while, man. I was very sad. I couldn't go live. But now I'm able to go live, man, and bring you guys some more content, more great conversations, more sidebar conversations, more what's going on 815s, and just more just being more interactive with you guys, man. I be missing y'all, man. I missed y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I missed y'all. Oh man! So guys, if you guys want to ever come on our sidebar conversation, man, you guys know how to get a hold to us. Go ahead and whisper in our ear anything that you want to hear. All right, let us know. We want to go ahead and let it roll. Let you guys know what we know. You know what I'm saying? Have a great conversation. You know what I'm saying, guys? If you guys are out and about and you happen to see one of these looking around, laying around, okay, I want you to take a picture of it for me and tag your location, okay? Let me see that. Yeah, if you see these laying around anywhere, inside of a Lyft, inside of a Uber, on a bus, at a convenience store, on your car window, anywhere you see one of these guys, take a picture of it, send it to me. There may be a prize for you, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, Bob. I know. I was like, oh man, I can make these comments pop. Oh man, this is getting crazy. They really letting your boy over here do some things, man. Hey man, so like we like to say here on the Great Conversation, man, I am the I am hyphen X, and always remember, guys, you don't always have to agree to have a great conversation. Peace.